So I leaned against the door, and of course it closes because that's what happens when you lean against an open door. The oven is on. The pizza is ready. I just put it on, so I need to wait just a few minutes. But it's actually Friday still. The last part ended on Friday. It's now, well, just a few hours later. It's pretty late. My day sort of got pushed back a few hours today, because I was gonna get up early and go to the gym at noon and then do that stuff that I did last time. You know, go to the secondhand store and whatnot. But yeah, I couldn't sleep last night, so I woke up at like noon. So that's why I'm getting to dinner this late. And yeah, I've been at the gym now. And like I said, last part, my shoulder really causes some trouble. I mean, I don't need to bore you with that, but it's just such an irritating thing for me that it's hard not to talk about it. You know, going to the gym, not really being able to do that much. I mean, I did arms, and I can do arms, but I don't just want to work out arms. That's no fun. You know, I want to do shoulders and chest too. I can do back, but not. Anyway, you clicked on a DVD hoarding video or DVD. Well, I haven't even edited these yet, so I don't know. DVD bargain hunting, whatever. And you don't want to hear about this stuff. But I'm gonna do a bit of a movie night here. Just a quick little first part of this second episode. And look at this. We have some snacks. I very rarely drink or candy. I very rarely drink soda with sugar. I mean, I eat enough candy as it is. I just figured I can eliminate something from my diet. I mean, I don't eat unnecessarily unhealthy as it is, but I do eat a little bit too much candy, perhaps, but that's okay. Or is it? Well, anyway, who cares? But yeah, Fanta Exotic. I just sort of recently found out that they don't really have this in every country, but this is like the best soda there is. I haven't had this in a long time, like over a year, 2 years, a long time. I don't know how long. And this chocolate I've definitely not had for a few years. Schweizernut. This used to be my favorite kind of chocolate. This is like my childhood right here. As far as chocolate goes, anyway. This is good stuff. And then we got some candy in that bag. So it's gonna be an unhealthy night, but I really haven't eaten much today. So not that that's an excuse, but I'm just saying I haven't eaten too much. But anyway, yeah. So that I'm gonna watch a movie or some TV or whatever. Oh yeah, I was gonna mention sooner. But if you don't care about this, if you just want to skip to tomorrow when I'm hopefully gonna find more stuff at Amnesty, I'm not sure. But if you want to skip to the DVD hunting part of this video, then you can skip to this time. If not, then you're welcome to watch this as well. That's why I include it. Anyway, I refer to this video again in the first part of the first episode, whatever I'll end up calling these videos. I mentioned that I have referred to an unboxing video, or a haul video that I made 2 days ago, where I went to Backlist and bought a lot of Swedish stuff as well. Here I go again. But I just have to mention this because in that video, in the haul video, I mentioned that there was a guy who came up to me. I sort of saw him over at the porn section. They have this shelf with porn movies, and I saw him over there. Then he came up to me, and I sort of heard him from behind, and he said, "They sure have a lot of movies here, right?" And I said, "Yeah, sure do." You know, not really being in the mood for a discussion, perhaps, with a guy who appeared to be kind of creepy, to be honest. And he kind of proved that himself very soon, because the next thing he said was, yeah, look at this, look what I have, and you know, he did this with a DVD, and I was like, yeah, that's a porno, alright. And then he started talking about, you know, there are movies and then there are movies, and I guess he meant that that was a movie. And then he started talking about Ben-Hur, kind of randomly. You know what I also like? I like historical epics. Ben-Hur was great, and Cleopatra was really good. This happened 2 days ago, and I sort of said this in that whole video. But the funny thing is that when I was there today, he was there again. I walked past the porn shelf and I saw him there, looking at the porn movies again. And I was like, oh God, please don't talk to me again. But he didn't. I don't know if he saw me, if he recognized me, but he didn't talk to me. But anyway, so that was, he was there again. But anyway, and then he actually went and looked at the same section before, because 2 days ago he asked me, do you know where I might find Ben-Hur? And I said, well, if it's here, it's probably in that section right there. And he looked at that section today as well. So I don't know if he was looking for Ben-Hur today as well. I don't know how old he is. I didn't really look at him very much. He's probably, I mean, I don't mean to be rude here, but either he's like in his early 60s, or he's a lot younger, but he just looks crap because he looks like, you know, a guy who's been enjoying his booze, if you know what I mean. So he might very well have been 50 or something, I'm not sure, but anyway. But that was kind of funny that I saw him again, and I was like, ah, come on. Anyway, I put up the, after the gym, I also had time to put up the stuff that I found today. The stuff in the last part. So we have the pile of stuff here, and I took pictures of them, and I uploaded the auctions onto eBay. So I will be, yeah, we'll see what happens with those. I think it's about time. I was actually gonna go to a supermarket, a bigger supermarket, but when I was on my way there, I sort of saw, I passed the corner shop nearby, and I was like, let's just go there and buy a pizza there instead, so I don't have to go to the supermarket. And this is not my favorite pizza. This is a kebab pizza, but it's so small too. I don't know about you, but this is not gonna fill me up. Good thing I have some chocolate over there. Yeah, well, this is, you know, I'm hungry and this is not going to be enough. But they didn't have bigger ones. Could have gotten 2, but that's too much. But anyway, why am I standing here for? Let's bring this in to my room and go to town. Well, now the question is undeniably, what the hell do I watch? Because I've been hoarding up like a maniac lately. You can see the stuff here on the shelves. It's never easy when this happens. Well, the stuff on the top shelf is actually not included, but you know, I'm gonna be a bit of a I'm gonna be predictable. And I'm gonna watch something which most people will be like, dude, you have a Friday evening in front of a, you know, I mean, with a pizza, and you're gonna watch Will and Grace. Yeah, well, I like relaxing with a pizza. I mean, I like relaxing in front of the TV with some food and with a sitcom. That's me, and I'm gonna watch Will and Grace. I don't remember what episode I was at, but I'm gonna watch an episode of that, and not really gonna talk about the show too much, but I'm sure as hell gonna enjoy this pizza, and I might watch a movie or something later on as well. But anyway, we'll see. Okay, good morning. It is almost 10 o'clock, and they open up at 10 o'clock. At Amnesty, and oh right, I'm gonna talk about last night, yesterday. I'm gonna talk about last night yesterday. I'm gonna talk about last night, the movie night, what I watched, and just sum that up, I guess, at the end of this video, because it just got too late yesterday, so I just decided to talk about that today. But I will do that at the end of this video. I watched 3 episodes of Will and Grace, and then a movie, and then 1 episode of another show. The episode 1 of a new show actually. But I'll talk about that later. But right now, I found out that you're supposed to go to Amnesty right when they open if you don't wanna miss out on the good stuff. So I'm thinking there might be somebody else who's looking for movies, so I wanna be there before that guy. Well, not necessarily, but I wanna be there, shortly after they open at 10 a.m. So I'm ready to leave, pretty much. So I'll do that any minute now. Just need to talk to you for a second or two. But anyway, what else was I gonna say? I might not film anything because there's probably gonna be a lot of people there. Although I mean I was gonna mention it is pretty interesting because I haven't been there for a decade, and I still recognize. I mean I still remember what it looks like inside. I mean, you walked in and I think you had the books here. It was like a bookcase there, and then I kind of continued over here, I think, and there might have been a couple of tables like that. Then you walked in here and there were 2 smaller rooms, but there were 2, not rooms, but kind of separated by a big bookcase, 2 kind of aisles with tons of books, and then kind of a little strange little room with magazines here, I think, and then you walked into, and more books here, electronics maybe some movies, and then you walked into this room, and then there was a big room with like porcelain and stuff like that, and all that boring stuff that I'm not gonna care about, or that I'm not gonna worry about anyway. But I hope this won't be a complete failure. I mean, I'm looking forward to going there. I am pretty tired. I didn't sleep much. I would have liked to sleep more, but I also want to be there when they open. So, but I hope it's not going to be a complete failure in terms of hoarding. I might not find anything, of course, but we'll see. I hope this will be something I will keep doing, because it will be fun to to have that as a bit of a tradition, to do that every other Saturday and see what they've gotten since last time. They are actually opened on Wednesdays too, from 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock. So I could go then as well, of course, if I have time. But I'm also thinking after Amnesty that I'm gonna go to another second-hand store, which is on the way home. But I see now that they don't open until 11 o'clock, and I don't think it's gonna take me an hour at Amnesty, unless I wait until I don't know what I'll do. But I was at Emmaus for like 2 days ago, so they might not have anything new in. But I have found some good stuff at Emmaus over the last year or 2 that I've gone there. But we'll see. It all depends on whether or not the time is 11 o'clock by the time I leave Amnesty. I don't think it will be. But anyway, but that's it. I will see you when I get home, I suppose. But I hope this won't be a complete failure. I mean, I'm looking forward to going there. Well, that was a complete failure. And I say that like I was just there, but in fact, it's 4 o'clock. Because, like I said, I didn't get much sleep last night. So when I got home, I just kind of fell asleep. So anyway, I might seem a bit tired, because that's what you are when you just wake up. And I haven't eaten anything today, because I wasn't hungry when I woke up, because I was so tired, and I was just feeling a little bit sick. And then I just went to Amnesty. They had a bit, I don't know what you would call it, one of those things that you might see at hospitals or whatever, that you kind of push forward metal things. Do they have? I'm never at hospitals. I don't know where they have them, but I think they have them at cafeterias. I think they had one of those that with DVDs on. Nothing interesting. But it looked exactly like I remember it. It was kind of funny because at first I thought that it was only the one place, the one room. So I kind of went inside, and it looked so gloomy and so dark, and they had nothing of interest. It was, I couldn't, at first I just couldn't believe it. Like, is this the place really? So I walked out and hoping that there was another section, and because I thought that it had completely changed at first, and then I realized, I got out and I looked to the left, and there was another section, another bigger door, and it said blah 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 and electronics, and I was like, oh, that's the place. So that got my hopes up, but they didn't have anything there either. But it looked like I remember it. I remember the place where the books were. I told you, and then you walked into with the two aisles and to the left. Anyway, that place, yeah, that looks the same. That's exactly how I remember it. And before that, there was a room with like a bunch of dolls and a bunch of strange little. I didn't really look at that, but that's the same as well. So things have not changed. And but I used to go. 1 second. Well, like I believe I was saying, I used to buy VHS tapes, and they still had a bunch of VHS tapes there. But they usually have VHS tapes at secondhand stores. Or maybe not. They don't have them. Well, they have them at the one. Anyway, never mind. But I used to go there and buy. I think I bought Dumb and Dumber on VHS, which I watched a bunch of times, and I think I bought a VHS of Goosebumps. But that's all I can remember. So I can't. I guess I can't say that I used to buy VHS, but I have bought VHSs at Amnesty. But yeah, so a bit of a failure indeed. And after that, I mean, I was not there for long, but there was a lot of people there. There was probably 100 people, I'm guessing, right after they opened at 10 o'clock. So there's a lot of people, mostly old people. Like I was like the youngest one there, except for this girl who was there with her mom. But otherwise, I mean, I was the only one who went there alone. I mean, the youngest one who went there alone to look for something. But I looked for movies, and that's kind of cool, right? Or, well, I'm a big nerd, obviously. But anyway, yeah, that's that. I might go to Emmaus right now. I just need. Well, how long are they opened for? Come on. They close at 4. I guess I won't be going there. Okay, but I am determined to get something before the end of this video. So I will be going to Emmaus or another place before this video is over, because this is what you. Well, I mean, there's some failure in DVD hunting, I guess. I mean, compared to yesterday, compared to part 1, this is kind of a disappointment, but I'm not expecting to find that much at every place. I mean, I bought that stuff at Backlist for the most part, except for The Hobbit, which was a fantastic find at the Red Cross, but at Backlist, I mean, this pile of stuff here, well, I didn't buy all of that yesterday. Well, maybe I did most of that, except for this one, and a few more things on the shelf. I bought all of that yesterday. But most of that I had sort of planned on buying because I had seen that from my visit 2 days before that, which I think I talked about in part 1, so never mind about that. But okay, but I was going to talk about what I watched as well. So 3 episodes of Will and Grace, like I said, and then I watched 1 or 2 more today before I took my nap. So I guess I didn't fall asleep immediately, but yeah. And then I watched. I could talk about this one for quite some time. This is the one that I found at Backlist 3 days ago. This is a Norwegian stop-motion flick called Flåklypa Grand Prix. Flåklypa, that's the sort of the village. I don't know if that means something in Norwegian, but Flåklypa. I watched it with the Swedish language, which and they just pronounced it Flåklypa. So I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah, they have a Grand Prix going on there. Well, they have. Well, it doesn't really take up the main part, the biggest portion of the movie. The movie is like 1 hour 80 minutes, and it's only the last 20 minutes where there's actually the Grand Prix, the cars driving around in laps. Before that, there's a big getting ready for the big race and kind of competition between some different parties. I'm not going to talk about the plot too much, but this, if you're a fan of stop motion, this one apparently, according to the back, is from 1975, and I've not seen the making of featurette yet on disc 2, but I'm looking forward to it because I want to find out how they made this movie and how long it took and who made the movie, and because it's just so it's so impressive. That word does not do it justice. It's more than impressive. Because I feel like stop motion is the most real form of animation, if you know what I mean. Because you can't really hide anything when you make stop motion, unless you're like, what's that that company called? They're coming out with a new movie now which looks really great, and they made Coraline, Paranorman, and the Box Trolls. I forget what it's called, but with animation, with stop motion like that, they have kind of perfected the look of it. There's no mistakes. But in this one, I mean, if they accidentally touch something, then you will see details of the scenery kind of changing for no apparent reason, and you know what the reason is. The reason is that the animator has accidentally touched something, which is inevitable with a scenery like this, because I mean, there's just so much attention to detail. I mean, you can sort of see on the cover here, behind the car here. I mean, you can see that. Well, it's not really great quality cover. Well, it sort of is. There you go. You can see the detail on the car, and in the back here, this stuff goes on at least this much in every scene, and even sometimes things in the background move. There's like these wheels. What do you call them? These cog wheels moving in the background in some scenes, spinning. I mean, the animator must have gone to the background, touched that wheel for every little frame, and that stuff, it just goes on in the background. It's nothing that you have to focus on, but it just, you know, that kind of stuff is so impressive that they pay attention to every detail. And I could talk about this. I could show you some example. I mean, I could show you the whole movie as an example of why they have perfected stop motion in this one, because they have, even though it's kind of there's only one clumsy mistake which I found, and there is like for a couple of frames there's a screwdriver, a mini screwdriver, which I don't know why that was there. It kind of appears on the floor and then it goes away again. But I mean, besides that, I don't know what that was about, but it doesn't matter. Besides that, it's just, you know, so things get maybe knocked over almost a little bit sometimes, and they kind of gets changed. You know what I mean? But you know, that stuff is to be expected, and in 1975 as well, there were no computer effects. So, and how did they do the spinning wheels? I mean, you know, when they drive the cars fast, the wheels spin like you know, as if they're going slowly or almost backwards. They did that, and how do they do that? Anyway, phenomenal movie. If you're Norwegian, I'm kind of curious to hear if it's a childhood classic of yours, or if it's if it indeed is a big classic in Norway, because I would presume that it is. I mean, it's sort of a kids movie, but it's also a movie for fans of animation, for fans of stop motion. It's just some of the best stop motion you will ever see. I guarantee you that. It's fantastic. Okay, but anyway, that's that. And then I also said that I watched an episode. Well, now I've seen 2 episodes, I think. Yeah, of this show called Maggie's New Life in Swedish, but it's actually called Life Begins, the original title. And I found season 1 and 2 of that. It's a British series. It's by the same guy who made Cold Feet, which I used to. Well, I didn't used to watch it. I watched a couple episodes or whatever when it was aired, I think. But anyway, and he made this after, I think. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I saw a rerun of Cold Feet or something. But anyway, but yeah, no, it's pretty good. Okay, but that's it for now, and I guess I'll see you. This is gonna be a long video, but I guess the first one probably was too. I don't know. I haven't edited these yet. I don't know anything. Anyway, I'll see you soon. I'll see you in a second. I don't know when myself, but I'll see you in a second. Okay. I'll see you in a second. I don't know when myself, but I'll see you in a second. Okay. Wow, what a mindfuck. All right, I'm back. Okay, so I'm tired. Check. My shoulder still hurts. Check. Okay, let's move on to more important things. Well, let's use my foot. Seems appropriate. So you know, when you order stuff, I mean, when you ship away, when you sell stuff, you need stamps. Where the hell are my stamps? Ordered stamps. Where are my stamps? Oh, come on. I'm running out of stamps. So I ordered 80 of them. 80, cause why not? And now it's... What does this mean? Wrong address. What? Why? No. I'll work that out later. Right now, I promised you that I was gonna buy something before the end of this video, and I'm going to 3 second-hand places. 3. I'm going to the Red Cross again, because that Hobbit box set, which I've gotten a bid on, by the way, is, you know, that fine was just too good to not to go back there. Which, I mean, I've been there several times, but I'm gonna go there again, and then I'm gonna go to Myrorna, which means the ants. I don't know what that's all about. And then I'm going to Emmaus, finally. So 3 stores. I should be able to find something. I really hope so, because I promised you some. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna end the video after these 3 places, whether or not I find something. I do pass Backlist on my way to the Red Cross, but I'm not gonna go in there again. But anyway, I have some stuff to send. The Indiana Jones box set and 4 DVDs here. Funnily enough, one of the things that I sold, I was gonna write the addresses on the packages, and one of the names, I was like, wait a minute, I recognize this name. This is Junkmaster 3 on YouTube, and I guess, I mean, I'm guessing he makes DVD updates. I can link his channel down below if I remember. If I don't, remind me. Why am I so out of breath? But anyway, so he makes updates, so I'm guessing he's gonna show it. So I leaned against the door, and of course it closes, because that's what happens when you lean against an open door. But anyway, I thought that was kind of funny. I just recognized his name, and yeah, okay, so Junkmaster 3 won an auction from me. That's kind of funny. So one of those are for him, it's for him, and the rest I'm just gonna, just for random people. Okay, but I don't think I'm gonna film anything. I'm just gonna see you back here in a second. Yeah, I found more stuff, and this is kind of occupied. It seems like all my life is just, you know, there's nothing but DVDs. Now I can't even be here. This is actually for an upcoming video. I'm not gonna talk about that here. Those are my documentaries. I'm gonna make a video about my documentaries, or a few videos. That's not even all. I mean, come on, that's not all. No, I do have quite a few documentaries, and I love documentaries, so I thought that I would maybe do that. But anyway, so that's what that is all about. Okay, so we, as you can see here, we have quite a few movies, and I was pleasantly surprised. I first went to the, well, I first sent the, shipped the, I sent the, you do realize that this is not my first language, right? No, but I went to the post office and I shipped the stuff, you know what I mean. And then I went to Red Cross, and they did not have anything. Nothing at all. And it's kind of far away too. Well, not really, but if you have not slept, it's kind of far. And if it's windy, it's kind of far. And then on my way sign where it said DVDs 10 crowns, and I've already seen that sign, and I've been in the place, and like it's one of the most depressing thing. I mean, as a movie collector who's been around for a little while, I guess. I mean, collecting movies, it's one of the most depressing sights, because you have these tables upon tables, and it's only shit, only crap that the seller, he has bought for less and selling for more. Who would do that, seriously? No, but what he's doing is I'm guessing he buys big bulks of stuff from places where he can get them cheap, and they're pretty, pretty poorly made. I mean, no special features. I feel like I've talked about this. Atlantic, yes, I think I have talked about this. Yeah. All right, but I went in there again, and not that I expect you to remember that I have, but I just feel like now as I talk about it, I remember doing so before, because I remember saying that it was a bunch of Atlantic titles or Atlantic releases, and no special features, just plain ugly DVDs, nothing interesting at all, and overpriced too. Even though they're kind of cheap, they're overpriced because there's anyway. So I don't know why I went in there again. It was just too tempting. I figured maybe it's better this time, but no, absolutely not. Yes, you know what? I remember also now. It comes back to me all of a sudden. I said that there were a dozen tables. No, there were more than that. For some reason I remember saying, who cares, seriously, okay, move on. Then I actually went and looked for some Jiffy bags, because I have saved, I don't know if I've shown you this, but I have saved over the past few months, I think, boxes and Jiffy bags from stuff that I've ordered myself, because I was planning on selling stuff, and I'm glad I did, because they are coming in very handy. Some of these, I mean, that one, for example, will be perfect to ship The Hobbit in. I mean, they're gonna run out eventually, so I'm gonna have to get new ones. But that's what I was gonna do that's what I was gonna do at Jiffy Bags. That's what I was about to say. No, that's what I was gonna do at Clas Ohlson. That's the place where I went, kind of like an office shop. Office. Yeah, they have all kinds of stuff, furnishing, but mainly office things, and light bulbs, lots of light bulbs. Anyway, so I was gonna buy. Well, I wasn't really gonna buy any Jiffy Bags there, because I figured they're probably more expensive than online. And yeah, 10 bags for 50 crowns. I don't want to charge anyone 5 crowns for a bag. On top of the shipping cost that they're already paying, and I don't want to pay 5 crowns myself for each title. That's gonna add up to quite a bit in the end. So that means that I'm gonna have to order online, and it's pretty. You need to buy for a certain amount for it to be free shipping, and I know I'm gonna talk about DVDs. Just a second. This is on topic, actually. Now I lost my train of thought. Yeah, okay. So you need to buy for a certain amount in order to qualify for free shipping, and that amount, that's like, well, the price is about 400 bags, Jiffy Bags, and am I gonna be able to carry that package? I don't think it's. I actually did the math, because they weigh about 15-ish grams each, but it's about 5 to 6 kilos. It's a fairly heavy package. A dumbbell, 5 kilo dumbbell is not very much, but when you have a big package, 5 kilos, it weighs a little bit, and carrying it home from the post office, yeah, it does weigh a little bit. Yeah, 5 kilos, not a lot, but But the main problem is that it's gonna be fucking enormous. How can I carry that home? But I do want to save money on shipping, so I'm gonna order for that much. But I'm just nervous of going there and being introduced to this enormous package with 400 Jiffy Bags in it. Maybe they package them well. I don't know how much place they take up, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to carry that home. Not sure why I talk so extensively. Well, why I talk for maybe 2 minutes about that, however long it's been. It's just a very big problem for me right now. Let's face it. It's a huge problem. No, not really, but you know, just talking about a bunch of stuff. And after that, I went to the Ants, and I got all. I'm sorry, my mind is a few percent slower than what it usually is. So that means that it's at about 5%. No, anyway, I found all of this stuff at the Ants, or the Ant store, like Lola's Basement says. It sounds a lot better than the Ants, but yeah. So, but the reason why I bought all of this stuff. Oh, I have groceries, by the way. I need to put them into the. No, I did. Did I? Let's check. Did I put them in the refrigerator? I cannot remember. Let's see. No, I don't know. I didn't. No, see, I didn't. They're right here, and I have milk and stuff. So let's walk away from it. No, I'm gonna do that soon. Oh, Jesus Christ. What was I talking about? Yeah. After that, I went to. I bought that stuff, and before that, I went to MO's as well, and they had nothing there. Well, actually, one title that I might go back and get because I looked it up, and anyway. But from the Ant store, let's go with that. I found a lot of stuff, and that is because they had. Well, normally their movies are 25 crowns, which you can see right here. Price tag 25 crowns. This one I paid 25 for. Ögat means the eye. Swedish movie with two very good actors. Who else is in this? Okay, yeah, cool. And so I definitely wanted to pick this up. But that was all I was gonna buy, along with another one that I might go back and get as well. The reason why I did not pick up the other one is because I came across all of these movies for 5 crowns each. They had a section by the register where it said there were 5 DVDs for 5 crowns, which I couldn't believe. I mean, there were a lot of them too, quite a few. I mean, I found a bunch, and 5 crowns. Well, $1 is a little bit more than 8 crowns, so less than $1. I mean, I don't know, 70 cents, 80. Well, 70 maybe. 65, but really cheap anyway. And so I just picked out a bunch, and I'll show them to you. And oh yeah, the reason why, because I had to, I brought 2 with me to the register, and then after I found all of these, I put one of the other ones back because I was like, well, I don't really, it doesn't matter. But I don't know how my mind worked. I mean, there is logic to this somewhere, but it might be difficult to find when I explain this to you, because the way my mind worked was like, well, since I found all of these ones for 5 crowns, I don't really need to buy another one for 25. And that's sort of what I was thinking. I don't know, but I might go back and get it because I kind of regret not buying it actually, because it is a movie that I've been looking forward to see. Well, not really, but it looks good. I know, I sort of kind of know what the movie is. It's a Korean movie. I might go back and get that. But I put it back because I found all of these, and I just figured this is such a long talk. I've talked for 10 minutes and I've not even shown you the movies. I suppose you're either entertained vaguely or very annoyed because you just want to see the fucking movies already. Well, you've seen one, The Eye, but anyway. Alright, I am gonna show them to you right now. This is the complete first season of... Well, I'll just show them to you like this. Terminator, the Sarah Connor Chronicles. I mean, look at that, 5 crowns for this complete season. That's a great deal. I mean, it's a DVD, but what the fuck, it's 5 crowns. I don't really want to watch this show, to be honest, but I wanna... If it's 5 crowns, I am gonna get it, because I might... I mean... Why not? I mean, I might want to see this in the future. The Terminator movies, they're great. Well, the first 2. The third one is okay. 4th one I haven't seen. 5th one I haven't seen. So, I might check this out in the future. But for 5 crowns, I mean, the 62.8 cents. I don't know. But yeah, that's a good deal. This one I recently found at Emmaus for 20, and I did not. I almost bought it, but I'm glad I didn't, because now it was 5. And Lonely Hearts Killers. Look at that cast: John Travolta, James Gandolfini, and Jared Leto. That is pretty good. And Selma Hayek, of course, but you know, I barely know who that is. So, but the other 3, I mean, especially Gandolfini, and I gotta say, I am a big fan of John Travolta. I do like him a lot. But yeah, Laura Dern also in this, and Scott Caan. So really cool. Then The Beach with Leonardo DiCaprio. This is a movie that I've known about for a long time, and I almost bought it a while back. I'm not sure why I didn't. I just remember almost doing so. But yeah, The Beach for sure. Wanted to pick that one up. And Leprechaun Back to the Hood. Is this? Oh, I don't even. Okay, so it said. All right, so it says Back to the Hood with a 2 right there. I was thinking that this was the sequel to the first one. That this was the second movie. But then I was thinking as I bought it, but Back to the Hood, that kind of implies that he's been there before, which would maybe mean that this is the second one where he's in the hood, the leprechaun. Let's just look that up real quick. I think it's actually yeah, the Leprechaun in the Hood is the first one, and then Back to the Hood. So yeah, okay, so I can't really watch this one now because I kind of want to see In the Hood first. I don't think it matters that much, but I yeah, this is a rental as well. But for 5, I hate rentals, but for 5 crowns, that is pretty good. I have seen the first one, and I have seen the one in Vegas, which I kind of liked actually. So yeah, but that will, you know, it will hang around in my collection for now, and eventually I'll get to it. This one has to be the best find today. I don't know if this is hard to find. I actually have no idea, but the cover is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Tales from the Dark Side. Stephen King and Christian Slater, Steve Buscemi. You know, I mean, Steve Buscemi. Yeah, just seeing that name there just brings joy to my heart. And Julianne Moore. Very happy to have this. Very happy to have that. I'm not sure why I said it twice. I guess I'm just very happy to have it. This one I have no interest in watching, but it was 5 crowns and it looked. I've never come across this before, so I just, you know, what the hell? Johnny Mnemonic with Keanu Reeves. I don't know. This one. I've gotten more and more interested in seeing this, and it's 2010, the year we make contact. I suppose seeing this on Blu-ray would be ideal, but for 5 crowns, it was right there. I couldn't pass it up, so that was cool. Like I have said a few times before, 2001 is the movie that I would call a masterpiece over any other. Now this, I do not know what this is, but 5 crowns. It's called Steg 2, Step 2. You know, it says from 20 years and up, so I'm not sure what this is. But it's recorded here in my hometown, Tylösand. That's the area where a lot of tourists go in the summer with nice beaches and stuff. I don't know what this is, but 5 crowns. I just picked it up. It's some sort of live show of some sort, 3 hours. It says drama, action, documentary. I do not know what this is, but for that price, I just couldn't pass that up. This one. What is the English title of this? Oh, come on. I do not know. Help me out. Yeah, Serendipity with John Cusack and Kate Beckinsale. I had to think about it for a moment if I had this one or not, but no. I'm pretty sure I don't. So, yeah, cool. And this one. I don't really know what this is. It's a Disney movie. It's called Iron Will, and it's with Kevin Spacey. So that's enough, really. I mean, a live-action Disney movie, kind of rare, I think. I don't, maybe not, but with Kevin and yeah, live-action Disney movie with Kevin Spacey, among other things. Anyway, it's yeah, for sure. I wanted to pick that up, and this one is the last one, and it is I Heart Huckabees. Some sort of absurdist comedy by David O. Russell with Dustin Hoffman, Jude Law, Jason Schwartzman, Lily Tomlin, Mark Wahlberg, Naomi Watts. So that might be okay. I did come across that a little while ago, but it was an ex-rental, so I didn't pick it up. But this is not an ex-rental, so I picked it up. Okay, alright, I'm gonna let you go. I don't think you wanna watch, you know, a sleep-deprived, confused Swede talk about a bunch of bullshit for more than an hour at a time, anyway. So, thank you for watching, and I will be back with whatever. Now I do the same thing I did last time. I don't end the video when I when I was supposed to, but I just have to. I was just reminded of something which still pisses me off so much. I found a Disney treasures tin on the Swedish eBay, and I was reminded of the fact that about a year ago, I think, I found the Walt Disney Legacy Collection True Life Adventure DVDs on Tradera. Look at the prices on Amazon.com. Right there, right there, right there, and volume 4 right there. I'm not sure if there are more than 4 of them, but I found all of those on Tradera, on eBay, and they went. I put them on my to watch list, but then I forgot about them, and I missed the ending of the auction, and I think they sold for, like, in dollars, I'm not exaggerating, all 4 of those, I think they went for probably less than $10 for all 4 of those, and you saw the prices, and how can I still be so annoyed about that? I really want those, not to sell, but to own, and they look so interesting. A bunch of nature documentaries of some sort from the, you know, back in the day, Disney related, just a bunch of cool obscure kind of stuff. I'm so pissed that I missed out on that after a year. I can't let that go. I will never be able